Lum batting here. He'll be followed by Grant Yamamoto, who will be batting second, playing second. And that pitch is inside. It hits him, so Lum hit by a pitch to start the day. The third batter in the lineup will be Kamahao Wong, the shortstop. Tavian Pa'agale will be the cleanup hitter, playing first. Tice Yamada plays third, bats fifth. Kaayo Kamai bats sixth and will be playing. He will be playing the catcher spot. Had to find that on the lineup card. Micah Hanawahani will be the right fielder, bats seventh. Ruxin Zuckerin is the pitcher. He bats eighth. Maddox Torres is the extra hitter. He bats ninth. Breeze Akiu will be the 10th batter, playing left field. That's the lineup from Hawaii Kai. Zane is on the mound for Unionville, the team out of Pennsylvania. Follis is behind the plate. D'Ambrosio and Dye at the corner infield spots. Zane and Busum at the middle infield positions. And then Rees, Brocate, and Cloud are in the outfield from left to right, respectively. So after Lum was hit by a pitch, it would be Grant Yamamoto. Yamamoto bats here. And the count quickly 1-0. So Yamamoto batting against Zane, and the runner's going for, that's a balk. A balk will move the runner Lum up one station, so the balk gets him in motion. So Patrick Zane pitching for Unionville. The count 2-0 to Yamamoto, who takes that pitch for a strike. The game night forecast is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast, it is 84 degrees and cloudy in Crown Point. The clouds really starting to hang over the field, and a light breeze going as they throw down to second base, but getting back in time is Lum. The game night forecast is brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. So 2-0 the count, or 2-1 the count, as the next one to Yamamoto is high for a ball, so the count goes to 3-1. Wong is the batter on deck. 3 balls and a strike, nobody out. Hawaii Kai, we saw them 2-0 on the tournament so far. Saw them play a very good game against East Side on Saturday night, and then Unionville. They played 2 games yesterday, 2 games very late at night, as that one's tapped away foul. They were 0-2, but 2 close losses, including 1 in extra innings in what was just a epic ball game between them and East Side. About a 3-hour rain delay they picked up, had to switch fields, and both teams just really rolling with it, and played a great game in which East Side won in 8 innings. The 3-2 pitch is tipped back to the catcher, so that's the first out of the game. Zane retires Yamamoto, and the batter will now be Kamahao Wong. He bats for Hawaii Kai here. Wong playing shortstop defensively. Here's a fly ball to left field, but it will be caught by Reese for out number 2. So after the leadoff man reaches, he is now, or there are now 2 outs in the inning. So the next batter will be Tavian Pa'agale. Bats now for Hawaii Kai with runner on and 2 away. Pa'agale threw a very good game on the mound in that game Saturday against East Side. As now they throw over to third base, and the runner is out. So that's how the top half of the inning ends. Lum caught in a bit of a rundown, and he is retired. A good pickoff move by Zane for out number 3. So we will head to the bottom of the first inning and see the first at-bats for Unionville. That's coming up next, so stick around. You're watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, We specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Located just 1 block north of the square in Crown Point and just 1 minute from Jerry Ross Park, Station 21 American Grill is one of the city's most popular eateries. Station 21 offers a full menu from steaks and seafood to burgers and wings. While in town for the Cal Ripken World Series, stop in and enjoy comfortable dining while watching a game on one of the 28 big screen TVs. Check out the menu at station21.com. Station 21 American Grill. Eat, drink, and relax.
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network. So we saw Unionville in the field defensively. Here's how their lineup will read from head coach Jeffrey Dye. Dylan Brocate leads off, plays center field. Patrick Zane, the starting pitcher, you saw him in the top half of this inning. He bats second. Luke Fowlis is the catcher, batting third. Nathan Dye is the cleanup hitter while playing first base. Joe Zane bats fifth, plays shortstop. Luca D'Ambrosio is the third baseman while batting sixth. Davis Reese bats seventh, plays left. Will Cloud is the other corner outfielder, patrolling right field while batting eighth. And John Stewart is the extra hitter, batting ninth. Sebastian Busum plays second base, bats 10th. So that's how Unionville will construct their lineup card. They're wearing white jerseys with powder blue sleeves, white pants with, I think, some pinstripes on them, and powder blue socks, powder blue caps as well. For Unionville, Hawaii Kai has a left-hander on the mound. That is Rexon Zuckerin. So he will try to keep these bats in check, but it was a very well-played game for Hawaii Kai against Eastside Saturday night. As I go back, look at the scoring from that. They won 6-0. Pa'a'agale through a complete game shutout, allowing just 4 hits, and a host of players recorded multiple trips on base. So here is Dylan Brocate, the center fielder. Waits for the first pitch from Zuckerin, shows bunt, pulls away. It's a strike. Brocate scored 2 runs in that loss to Eastside on, last evening. Game that started just before 3 o'clock. The 0-1. Then we hit a rain delay from 3:36 to 6:06. The count now 0-2 after that fastball. The 6:06 was when the first pitch was thrown, and at that point we had to move diamonds, so we were at a new field. So almost like a part 2 of that game. The 0-2, he swings over, but it's in the dirt. Drop third strike is in effect. The throw down to first base is off the mark. So Brocate strikes out but reaches base. So you don't always see that, but that is the... Oh, no, wait. Hold the fort. He is... I think he's out anyway. It was strike 3. We'll get that sorted out in a little bit, but where was it? Oh, that... Eastside Unionville game. So 6:06 was when the new game started at a different field, so it was almost like you were starting a second game. It was like a doubleheader of sorts, but one game, and the kids bounced back well and reacted and played a very good game, an exciting game that went extra innings. So it went from 6:06 to 7:43 after the rain delay. So for a game that started at 2:58, just shy of 3 o'clock, that was a marathon for the kids, but they were up for it. And then Unionville had to go to Field A and play another game after that. So talking about Unionville just being able to handle things and then quick turnaround, playing ball again today. The 0-1 is slapped foul down the first base line, so it's an 0-2 count. So the count 0-2 to Zane with 1 away. This one jammed towards right field. But the play still to be made. He's thrown out. Hana Wahine throws out the runner. It was a liner to right field. He was positioned at a point where he was able to charge in and throw him out. So a 9-3 put out. We saw that happen once on Saturday. It's happened a couple times in this tournament, so you have to really run down the line when there's one hit to right field, and Hanawahini picks up the out. 2 down, and the batter is Luke Follis. Follis takes a first pitch strike from Zuckerin. So Zuckerin, the left-hander on the mound. Lefty on lefty matchup. The next pitch is a ball. So the count goes even at 1-1. Unionville, a team from Pennsylvania, Hawaii Kai, obviously from Hawaii, so 2 teams traveling a bit of a distance to get here in Indiana, and excited to have them here as that's fouled away. But it's just an exciting tournament. There's the big map over between the 2 fields with the stars where each team is from, so it's cool seeing that and the total distance traveled by all these teams and coming together here in the region for a good week of baseball. 1-2 is upstairs for a ball. We go even at 2-2. So Full is trying to stay alive here, keep things rolling for Unionville. The 2-2 pitch, grounded back to the pitcher. He handles it, steps off the mound, and throws over to Pa'agale for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 first inning. We are through an inning, still scoreless, as you're watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse Technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Strack and Van Til for the win with 4 ways to save. Catch price drops on over 15,000 items and check the weekly ad for can't miss deals. Stack on the rewards program for digital coupons, points toward discounts and free products, and power up with our own brands. Keep your budget in the safety zone. Get the same great taste as national labels at lower prices. If you can't taste the difference, why pay the difference? Score big value with 4 ways to save at Strack and Van Til.
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network. From the printer tray to the field, Pulse Technology keeps us moving. For more information about the heartbeat of the Region Sports Network, visit Pulse Technology on the web at pulsetechnology.com. Top 2 here at Jerry Ross Park as Unionville and Hawaii Kai meet here in the group stage. Patrick Zane pitching for Unionville. He'll try to keep these Hawaii bats in check. The pitcher or the batter will be Tavian Pa'agale. He was batting while that last runner was thrown out, so he gets a do-over here against Zane. So each team scoreless through their first at-bats. So Pa'agale gets ready to do some swinging here. He threw that complete game shutout on Saturday evening. But also working well with the bat this weekend. The windup and the pitch from Zane. Outside for a ball. So the count begins 1-0. He chops the 1-0 pitch towards third base. A diving stop made by D'Ambrosio. He lofts it across the diamond in time for the out. Nicely done at third base. D'Ambrosio with a diving stop and a good throw. Dye hangs on. That is one we might watch again later. That was a bouncer to third base. Look at that, diving to his left, losing the lid, and then throwing over to first. Beats him by a couple steps. That was a good play by D'Ambrosio. Now the batter, Tice Yamada. With 1 away, nobody on. Good defense, certainly on display for both teams. We saw the throw out from right field by Hanawahini, and then now D'Ambrosio with a good play at third base. The 1-0 pitch from Zane. Bounces low for ball 2. But a good move at third base for sure, and that takes away the leadoff batter. 2 balls, no strikes in the count. Zane looks to his catcher, Folis. The pitch. 2-0, sent for a ride, curling towards right field near the foul line. And the sliding play. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Nathan Dye goes back, goes sliding into foul territory to make the catch. Some dazzling defense by Unionville here in the second. Those are back-to-back top plays by D'Ambrosio and Dye. And just like that, there are 2 outs. That one was hooking foul, and then a sliding catch made by the first baseman. Now a swing and a miss for strike 1 by Kamai. K.O. Kamai batting for Hawaii. He is the catcher. And he's behind 0-1, and certainly probably the person who appreciates that great defense the most is the pitcher, Patrick Zane. You almost get more confidence as this one's drilled towards left field, sailing back, lands on the track to the fence. Kamai motoring towards second. He will get there. What a crushing double by K.O. Kamai. Keeps the inning going for Hawaii. He was really able to clobber that one towards the wall in left field. So that goes back to the theme of good defense. Unionville took away 2 base runners. If either of them reached, they likely would have been in to score on that double by Kamai. So now, not out of danger yet is Zane, but certainly you get that confidence by knowing you have your fielders making great plays defensively behind you. You almost feel like anything put in play could be an out. As now the batter, Micah Hanawahini. First pitch is high and in for a ball. So the count starts 1-0, but after 2 back-to-back standout defensive plays, it was then a huge swing by K.O. Kamai. The 1-0, he'll throw over to second base. Getting back in time is Kamai. K.O. Kamai with one of the biggest swings we've seen in the early stages of this tournament. The 1-0 pitch. A fastball for a strike. So the count, 1-1. The 1-1 from Zane is inside for ball 2. So Hanawahini trying to keep things rolling for Hawaii after a towering double from Kamai. And another throw over to second base. Kamai gets back in time. On the 2-1, upstairs makes it a 3-1 count. Zane settles, looks to the runner. He catches him wandering away, throws to third base. It's a balk. It's a balk, so awarded third base is Kamai. He's now 1 station away from the plate. So Zane had come set, then stepped to throw as the runner was dancing out to that lead, and now he is advanced from second to third. But Zane trying to work his way out of this spot here. The 3-1 with 2 away is high for ball 4. It's a 2-out walk to Hanawahini. And the batter will be the pitcher, Ripken Zuckeran. So Zuckeran will bat with 2 away but 2 on. Runners at each corner. Kamai at third base, and the runner's going before. Whoa. The runner was going before the pitch had even started, so he has to be sent back. That was Hana Wahine. He goes back to first base, and we'll get ready, set the stage again. Well, he's doing it again, and this time it will count, so both runners now halfway between bases. The runner at third base, Kamai, caught in a pickle, and he's tagged out. So Kamai out at third base, and that's how the top of the second inning will end. We're through an inning and a half, still looking for the game's first run. You're watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network. As we get ready to start the bottom of the third inning, be sure to stay connected with all things Region Sports. We are always active on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, and at our website at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we are proud to still be the only game in town. Leo Staudacher with you on the call. Clint Klaus and Aaron Svetlin make up the rest of our crew, our management team. Executive producer Chris Ramirez, operations manager Rich Castillo, and sports director Mike Dewan. As the third inning will start with Dye, Zane, and D'Ambrosio set to bat. It is still Zuckerin pitching, so Zuckerin will try to see what he can do here against this Unionville lineup. Dye, the first baseman today, will step in to do some swinging. He bats left-handed against a left-handed pitcher. And certainly some good defense by Unionville in that last half inning. Two highlight reel plays by one at the hot corner by D'Ambrosio, one on the first base line by Dye. So he will bat here. And then there was the picking off the runner at third base. But Dye had that sliding catch along the right field line for out number two. Now he bats here. The count is 0-1. Zuckerin kicks, goes to the plate. Dye loops it opposite field into left. That'll be a leadoff single, so able to shoot one the other way. Dye is aboard. So we saw Dye up on base now after a good defensive play. Last night he had two singles against East Side. The batter now, Joe Zane, the shortstop. So Zane waits for the pitch from the left-handed pitcher. And so now he'll throw over to first base. They catch Dye wandering away. The throw to second. It'll get him. So another runner thrown out on the base paths. Nicely done, the southpaw, able to read that one. Throws the first, then the short. So a 1-3-6 way to retire, 1-3-6 gets him down. And just like that, the leadoff single is erased. Zane goes from batting with nobody out and a runner on to one out and nobody on. The next pitch is outside for a ball. The 1-0. Fastball for a strike. So now that changes the way you approach now the pitcher, Zuckerin. After you throw out one runner, now you can just go right at the batter here That makes your job a little bit easier, and helped out his own cause there with a good throw to first. On the 1-1. Fastball to the corner for strike 2. Certainly now these Unionville batters aware of what Zuckeran can do on the mound when you're at first base, so you have to watch for that lefty. The 1-2. Jabbed back to the pitcher. Zuckeran scoops it up with the glove, switches to the free hand, and throws for out number 2. So a busy inning defensively for Zuckeran, but he's been up to the task. Picked off a runner and then handles the ground out there. Now the batter, Luca D'Ambrosio, who had one of the top defensive plays of the week in the top half of this inning, making that diving slide at the hot corner and then throwing over to beat the runner by a few steps. The right-handed batter waits for the pitch from the lefty on the mound. This one is high for ball 1. So the count opens 1-0. The windup and the pitch from Zuckeran. There's a fastball high. So Zuckeran looking to keep things a little bit lower, get them into the zone. He's behind now, 2-0. His next offering. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Scoreless so far. D'Ambrosio and Unionville trying to change that here with 2 away in the last of the second inning. The kick and the pitch. Heater finds the zone. We go even at 2-2. Here's the breakthrough pitch. Fastball at the corner for strike 3. That ends the inning. Unionville will not score. We will head to the third. Looking for the game's first run. You are watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network. Crispy, golden, award-winning flavor, Strachan Van Til's fried chicken is voted best in the region. Perfect for any party. Skip the stress and serve the best. Order today at strachanvantil.com. So the batter will be Ruxin Zuckeran, who was the batter when the runner was thrown out at third base in the last half inning. So we've seen a lot of that, runners thrown out on the bases. You think a 0-0 game, there hasn't been much activity on the bases, but there has been. I would just say there's been better defense, better awareness by some of these pitchers with good pickoff moves, and they've been able to erase some of the runners they've put on, and then a couple really great defensive plays by Unionville in the second inning on the play at third and the play on the right field line. So Zuckeran looking to try to score the game's first run, leading off the third inning. The pitch is low for ball 1. The 1-0, elevated towards center field. Brocate angles backward and makes the catch for out number 1. Brocate was able to get a good read on that. This is a day where I don't envy the players. having to catch these fly balls because it's been cloudy for so long. Now the sun, kind of playing hide and seek in the clouds, peeks out. So you have what was mostly a gray sky, now sunny sky. You have to deal with a lot of different conditions here in kind of one of those days where it's been a back and forth weather-wise. There's been some sun, some clouds, and we kind of got both going on right now. But the center fielder, Brocade, was able to track that one down. The count is 1-0 to the batter, Maddox Torres. So Torres bats here as the extra hitter. That one fastball for ball 2. And now here's another heater, but this time it finds the zone, makes it a 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch from Zane. Foul back to the screen, so just like that, the count even at 2 apiece. It was a 2-0 count. Now it's knotted up at 2 apiece with 1 away in the inning. The breakthrough pitch, cued foul off the end of the bat, rolls off the top of the dugout. Unionville in the third base dugout, Hawaii in the first base side. Now for the 2-2. Outside will go full at 3-2. The payoff pitch from Zane out of the windup. It's skied foul and curling onto the sidewalk, out of play, so we'll do it over again. Torres trying to stay alive. Here's the 3-2. Torres jams it back to the pitcher. Zane goes down to the turf to get it and then floats it to first base in time for the second out. So Zane making a athletic play at the mound, had to reach across his body to get the glove on that one, then popped up through to first. That's the second out. So Breeze Akiu will bat here. Breeze bats with 2 down, nobody on in the top of the third inning. 10th batter in the lineup, so he will try to get the top of the order up again. He swings over that first pitch. Zane has worked 2 outs, 1 fly out to center, and then 1 ground out to the mound. Now the windup and the 0-1 offering. Akiu pokes it towards first base, but it breaks foul. Cuts foul at the base path. Zane gets ready to go again. His 0-2 pitch. Ground ball towards third base. D'Ambrosio scoops it up, throws to first, and that's out number 3. A 1-2-3 third inning. We will head to the bottom half. Still scoreless. You're watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Athletic Performance Factory in Highland, Indiana, we push you to be bigger, faster, stronger, more explosive. Challenge every muscle with our cutting-edge sand speed and agility training. Build rock-solid strength and core stability to dominate on game day. Rent our full-size outdoor turf field for team workouts and practices. Improve your swing, boost your field skills, and protect your arm with expert one-on-one baseball and softball training built around you. We develop the entire athlete, mentally and physically. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
You ready? Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Your future starts
here!
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network. As we get ready to start the last of the third inning, Zuckerin still pitching for Hawaii Kai, as at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies, proud to recognize the superheroes on the diamond. It's been a well-played game between two very talented teams. Hawaii Kai 2-0 on the year on the tournament, Unionville 0-2, but that doesn't tell the full story, as they had two very close losses that are just kind of those unfortunate ones where a team had to lose that game, and they were well-played games for sure, and we're seeing another well-played game on display here. Zuckerin, the lefty, goes to the plate. Here's a skipper towards second base. It is Yamamoto throwing side-armed for out number one. So Reese grounds out to second base, one away, and the batter will be Will Cloud.
Now batting, number 9, Will Cloud.
So Will Cloud will work with one down, nobody on. Cloud playing right field defensively here. As the first pitch is a ball. Cloud was the last batter before the rain delay, or he made the last out before the rain delay last night. He swings through the next pitch, and then, his team went away for a while, and they eventually returned to battle with Eastside and dropped a tough one, 5-4 in 8 innings. The 1-1 from Zuckerin, swing and a miss for strike 2. So a ball and 2 strikes. Zuckerin dealing here. Cloud doing the swinging. He calls time, steps out. Here's the 1-2. Cloud takes it for a ride, but it breaks foul into the bleachers. So a foul ball keeps the count going. Cloud stays alive. Cloud trying to make something happen here. The pitch from Zuckerin is at the corner for strike 3. Zuckerin records the strikeout for out number 2. The batter will now be John Stewart. Stewart bats with 2 down. There was a ground out to second and a strikeout. So Stewart prepares for his first at-bat. Fastball for strike 1. Stewart trying to extend the inning as we are in the last of the third. Now the 0-1 is another heater for strike 2. But a game between Unionville and Hawaii Kai that is scoreless so far, just about at the halfway point. The 0-2 pitch. Bouncer towards first base. So as you get to this midway stage of the game, you start to think whichever team can capitalize on a potential miscue by the opponent or can just manufacture a run, it might not take too many more to win this game. But just whichever team can draw first, that could go a long way. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it is a ball. Ball 1. That was close, but it's a ball. So it's a 1-2 count. That was one we had to wait for a moment to see what the call would be. This one is strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs by Zuckerin and the inning. We are through 3. It is a 0-0 game heading to the 4th. You are watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Welcome to Diamond Plate, your new go-to sports bar with a casual vibe and elevated ballpark favorites. Dig into hand-breaded chicken tenders, juicy burgers, build your own pizzas, and don't forget our full bar stocked with local favorites and everyday classics. Located inside Athletic Performance Factory. Diamond Plate brings the fun with multi-sport simulators, duck-pin bowling lanes, plus party space for birthdays, holidays, company outings, and fundraisers. Diamond Plate, where every bite, every sip, and every play is a win.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network. As at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. So, Henry Dye takes over in left field, and then Davis Reese moves from left field to second base for Unionville. So that's Henry Dye in left field. Tiago Lum leads off for Hawaii Kai here in the fourth, top of the order up. Lum was hit by a pitch, advanced to second in a balk, and then was caught in a rundown and tagged out in his first trip up to the plate. The count begins 0-1 from Zane. He winds, kicks, goes to the plate. The 0-1 is outside for a ball, evening the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch tails away, makes it a 2-1 count. The 2-1. Low for ball 3, so Lum trying to see if he can earn his way on base. The 3-1. Zane has it low for ball 4, so Lum is aboard for the second time today. He has walked and been hit by a pitch, so 2 trips on base without having to put the ball in play. The on-base percentage goes up. Now Grant Yamamoto will step in for Hawaii Kai. Yamamoto struck out in his first trip to the plate. He'll look to try to get a hold of one, see if he can bring Lum in to score. The pickoff attempt by Zane, but Lum dives back to the base in time. Lum once again shuffles out to a lead at first base. The pitch is outside, and they will throw it back to the mound. Lum, though, sliding headfirst to his station. Now here's a throw over, so certainly paying attention to Tiago Lum over at first base. Bunt laid down by Yamamoto. It's rolling to the right side. The pitcher picks it up barehanded and throws over to first base. So Yamamoto lays down the sacrifice bunt. But going to second is Lum. And the batter now, Kamahao Wong, the shortstop. He flew out to left field in his first at-bat. That's right-handed. And he swings through that one for strike 2. And now a checkup at the runner, on the runner at second, but he gets back in time. The 0-1 pitch. He goes after it. It's high in the air, foul, and that will not be playable. It lands in the bleachers. One hops into the street and just misses a car that was driving by. Well, that would have been something. Wow. That was the chain of events that had to happen for that to occur. That was 1 in a million. But anyway, that was a foul ball into the street. It's a busy street going by right behind us, and, just dodged that traffic. The college I went to, so I went to a school in Illinois where we had directly to the left of the baseball field was another, and there's a balk there. Oh, he was already at second. The runner was already at second, but there's a busy street to the left of the baseball field, and this was a D1 team, a mid-major team at Illinois State, and there were several times throughout the game there would just be foul balls hit onto that street. It still puzzles me how there was never a net up along the left side of the baseball facility there, because so many foul balls would go out and ricochet off of cars. And there's a swinging strike 3 by Wong. But so now two outs as Wong swings through for strike 3. Tavian Pa'a'agale will bat now with a teammate at second base and 2 away. Now they throw over to second base, checking up on Lum, and he gets back in time. So Pa'a'agale, he grounded out to third on what was a great play by D'Ambrosio. Now Lum's going for third base, and he will slide in safely. Lum steals third, so he's one spot away from scoring. So a good steal by the runner. Here's the 1-0. It's a ball. 2-0 is the count. The 2-0. Low for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes to Pa'a'agale. A fastball low for ball 4, so the walk with 2 outs keeps the inning going. Pa'a'agale is aboard, and now Tice Yamada will bat here. Yamada, he had that highlight reel fly out along the first baseline, in which Dye made a great sliding catch. 2 of the best plays we've seen in this game happened one after the other. Ooh, and that throw to first base hits the runner. Pa'a'agale was turning back to the base, and that got him. So Yamada getting ready to swing here. 2 down, 2 on. We are scoreless so far, but that could change in a heartbeat. The swing, that hits him at the elbow. Foul ball. No. It's a foul ball. It got the end of the bat. So Yamada, wow, that's or are they saying he didn't make an attempt to get out of the way? I don't think it hit the bat. I think it was he didn't try to get out of the way. So counts 0-1. Now running is Pa'a'agale. They will throw back to the pitcher. They catch him in a rundown. Lum has to try to dance his way out of a jam. They throw to third. Back to the plate. Lum still going. Lum working his way back to the base. He slides in. Safe! Lum with a couple nifty moves gets out of trouble, keeps the inning going. He was caught in a run down. But he's able to pull a couple tricks and gets back to third. Well done by the runner. Cool under pressure. Made him work, but so what is the count now? The count is 2-0, by the way. Yamada's still batting, but some players might panic in a spot like that, but Tiago Lum was able to stay cool and eventually found an opening to get back with the head first slide. Now the 2-0 pitch is a strike, makes it a 2-1 count. And credit to Unionville for not throwing the ball around too much. They kept having players as the backup, as the cutoff, knew where to be in that scenario. On the 2-1, there's a fastball for strike 2. So twos across the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base here in the top of the 4th inning. Yamada trying to deliver some help here for Hawaii Kai. The 2-2 pitch. That one hit him, so the second pitch in this at-bat to hit Yamada, but that one certainly you can't fault him for. He was trying to get out of the way. It hit him, so he is on base. The bases are now loaded. Yamada at first, Agale at second, and Lum at first. Now the catcher is up to bat here. Ka'ayo Kamai had one of the biggest swings we saw back in the second inning, a crushing double to left field, but was left. He was at third base, and then he got thrown out later in that inning, so he fouls away the first one. Starts the count 0-1. What a spot this is for Hawaii Kai. You might not get a better opportunity all day, in this game at least, than bases loaded in the fourth inning against a tough pitcher in Zane as he throws back to first base. The runner dives back in time, Yamada. The 0-1 from Zane to Kamai. It's high for a ball. The count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. On the 1-1. That just misses inside the count now. 2 balls to a strike. See what Kamai can do here with a friend at every base. The 2-1 pitch, tapped foul. He just grazed it and sent it to the backstop. So now, once again, 2s are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a Hawaii Kai player at every base. Kamai trying to bring them home. The 2-2 pitch.
Got him.
Called strike 3. They freeze him looking. Zane walks the tightrope, gets a strikeout to leave the maximum. Hawaii Kai will head back onto the field. We are still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Stick around. You're watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Regent Sports Network, the only game in town.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Located just 1 block north of the square in Crown Point and just 1 minute from Jerry Ross Park, Station 21 American Grill is one of the city's most popular eateries. Station 21 offers a full menu from steaks and seafood to burgers and wings. While in town for the Cal Ripken World Series, stop in and enjoy comfortable dining while watching a game on one of the 28 big screen TVs. Check out the menu at station21.com. Station 21 American Grill. Eat, drink, and relax.
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Regent Sports Network. And stay with us after the game when we'll name the proud-to-be Union Play of the Game presented by Ironworkers Local 395. For more information on the apprenticeship program, check out ironworkers395.com. And at this point in the game, there are plenty of contenders. I don't know yet what the play of the game could be. Could it be one of those defensive plays we saw back in the second inning? I mean, maybe even that strikeout that ended a bases-loaded spot. There was that throw by the right fielder for Hawaii Kai in the first inning. Or will it be whatever play puts a team on the board here? So the batter now, I believe it is Oliver Majarian, as the first pitch is low for a ball. So yes, that is Oliver Majarian batting in place of Sebastian Busum. As he fouls that one away, so the count goes to 1-1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So ball and a strike to Majarian. 1-1 from Zuckerin. Fastball for a strike. Makes it a 1-2 count. So Zuckerin, the left-handed pitcher, able to power in a strike there. He takes a look at his catcher, now gets ready for the 1-2 delivery. It's a fastball upstairs for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Majarian, the top of the order, waiting on deck. Breakthrough pitch, bouncer back to the mound. Zuckerin gets there, takes a couple steps towards first base and throws over for out number 1. So that's a good first out to get for Zuckerin to get the 10th batter in the lineup out. So now the top of the order is up with nobody on base and 1 away. Dylan Brocate will bat here. Brocate struck out in his first meeting with Zuckerin. We'll see what they do here in the rematch. So Zuckerin about to begin his second trip through the lineup. Starts the count with a fastball that was outside. So Zuckerin's pitch count approaching 40. This will be his 40th pitch here. The 1-0. He just gets a piece of it, knocks it down foul. So the count will be even at 1-1. The 1-1 delivery from Zuckerin, poked foul. So the count will increase to a ball and 2 strikes. Zuckerin takes a long look at his catcher, Kamai, gets ready, goes towards the plate, 1-2. Here's a short ground ball. This is going to be tough to get for Zuckerin. He barehands it, throws to first, but the runner's safe. Brocate beats the throw, an infield single. One that only traveled a few feet, but it was in the right spot. It was kind of like a swinging bunt, where you swing on top of it, bounces shortly down the third base line. So Zuckerin was really the only one with a chance to get to it. He got it, but the lefty had to turn towards first. So just that extra movement was all the time Brocate needed to fly down the first base line. He got there before the throw. So the batter will be Patrick Zane with 1 away and a runner on. Neither team has scored so far, but Unionville has a chance to change that. Zane had that. He was, now there's throw at first base, but he roped one into right field, but then the right fielder threw him out before he could get to first. That was what happened in his only prior at-bat. Here's the first pitch. It's a fastball for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Zuckerin goes towards the plate. This one's lined towards short. The catch is made. The throw to second, or to first, squeaks out of the glove. So it's a line out to the shortstop. Good play made by Wong. So the trend of dazzling defense by both teams for Wong to get to that line drive and avoid any trouble, a big play for him. As now Luke Fowlis bats here, the catcher. The pitcher throws to first base. Fowlis waits for the pitch and it's curled into left field. That was a good one through the gap between third and short. So Fowlis able to take one from Zuckerin, keeps the line moving. 2 on for Unionville here in the 4th inning. That was just off the end of the bat, and it swings into left field. Nathan Dye bats for Unionville. So he has a big spot here. 2 runners on, 2 outs, trying to generate the first run of the game. Dye singled, but then was thrown out on the bases. His first trip up. And now time is called. Time is called by the pitcher, Zukerin. He's got something he wants to discuss with his catcher. Normally you see the pitcher and catcher meet at the mound, but this time the pitcher runs to the plate to talk to his catcher. And maybe he was saying, hey, come over here. The catcher, it's comfortable. I don't want to move. I'm staying here. Whatever you got to say, come say it to me over here. So they talk strategy. Dye is showing bunt. They'll bring the third baseman in. And now the first pitch is high for a ball. So no bunt attempted by Dye on that. He pulls the bat away, and the third baseman was just a few feet away from him. The 1-0. Dye elevates it, but it hooks into foul territory in left field. So the count even at 1-1. So runners at first and second. Fowlis at first and Brocate at second. Zukerin looks to his catcher. Takes a peek at the runner at second, now throws towards the plate. Fastball inside, makes it a 2-1 count. Dye trying to see what he could do here. Zukerin deals to the plate. Here's a ground ball. The pitcher gets it off the glove, recovers, throws to first base. That's out number 3. Unionville threatens with a couple runners on, but Zukerin is able to work his way out of that jam. We will head to the 5th inning, still scoreless. You are watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Strachan Van Til for the win with 4 ways to save. Catch price drops on over 15,000 items and check the weekly ad for can't miss deals. Stack on the rewards program for digital coupons, points toward discounts and free products, and power up with our own brands. Keep your budget in the safety zone. Get the same great taste as national labels at lower prices. If you can't taste the difference, why pay the difference? Score big value with 4 ways to save at Strachan Van Til.
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network. We start the 5th inning. Hawaii Kai will look to try to crank up a rally here, as it'll be Hana Wahine leading off, followed by Zukerin and Torres. The matters here, Zane still pitching for Unionville. This has been a good battle between Hawaii Kai and Unionville. We've seen Unionville 0-2 on the tournament, but they have lost a couple of games that have been really close. That 0-2 does not tell the full story. Well, then Hawaii Kai, 2 solid wins. And now Micah Hanawahine bats here. He walked in the 2nd inning. Zane starts his windup towards the plate. It's outside for ball 1. This is a very well-played game today. I've been very impressed. I've said it a few times. Just the defense by both of these teams. The 1-0 is called strike 1. But certainly good defense like this does not go out of style. That's something that, as you continue to progress up the levels of organized baseball, if you have good defense, that will keep you on the field. The count 2-1 to Hanawahine. This one taken for a ride towards left field. It will land at the track, rolling to the fence. Hanawahine gearing up for second. He will get there with a slide. It's a leadoff double. So Hawaii Kai starts the fifth inning with a runner in scoring position. We've seen a couple of long doubles by Hawaii Kai. Kamai had one, and then Hanawahini adds the other. Now it's the pitcher, Ruksin Zukerin, and he would love to try to bring this runner home if he could. Get him some run support. Now we'll throw over to second base, and Hanawahini slides back in time. The first pitch, upstairs for ball one. Zane he will throw over to second base. So the count 1-0 to Zukerin. Zukerin, who flew out to center field in his first at-bat, but with a runner in scoring position, just trying to put one towards the gaps. The runner's going. The count 1-0, and no throw at third base. So the runner is safe, uncontested, stolen base, and we're going to have a mound visit, and I think we're going to see a new pitcher. So we will step aside as the new pitcher gets warmed up. You're watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network. So Patrick Zane was the starting pitcher. He will be replaced by Joe Zane. Joe Zane goes from shortstop. He will be replaced at shortstop by Patrick Zane. So Zane replaces Zane on the mound, and then Zane replaces Zane at short. Didn't really have to change up too much on the scorecard there, but we'll see if Joe can follow up. It was a very solid day for Patrick. He departs having thrown 4 innings of scoreless ball for now, but he's still on the hook for this runner that would be at second base. As by my count, I have 2 hits, 3 walks, 2 hit batters, and 3 strikeouts for Patrick Zane. So a very good day at the office, but you can't quite close the book on him yet. He will have to face Ruksin Zukerin. Zukerin is ahead in the count 2-0. And the runner is now at third base after he stole third on that last pitch, actually. So 1 station away from scoring is Hanawahini. The 2-0 to Zukerin. A heater for strike 1. Fastball in the inner third. Now the 2-1. Zukerin sends it through the middle of the diamond into the outfield. That will bring Hanawahini in to score. And Hawaii is on the board. An RBI single from Zukerin here in the 5th. So the run is in. Zukerin picks up an RBI. He's been dealing on the mound, and now he adds an RBI at the plate. Maddox Torres will look to try to keep the line moving as he will bat with nobody out and a runner at first. It was a leadoff double by Hanawahini. Then Zukerin lays into that one for an RBI single. Now Torres, who grounded out to the mound in his first trip up. It was a good swing by Zukerin. Still waiting for the first pitch to Torres. Here it is. Torres rolls it to shortstop Zane. Throws to second, but the runner's safe to first. This one will count. So a 6-4-3 ground out. Zane to Majarian to Dye for out number 1. So good job by the second baseman to not give up, turn and throw to first base to at least record one out on the play. Now the left fielder Breeze Akiu will bat here in the top of the 5th. Akiu pokes it towards shortstop. Zane is there. He will gather and throws over to Dye at first base for the second out. So 2 groundouts on the day for Akiu. The top of the order, Tiago Lum is up to bat. Lum will bat here with a runner at first base and 2 away. Here is Tiago Lum. Throw down to second base. He's back in time. The pitch from Zane to Lum. It is ball 1. Now the 1-0 look. Outside for ball 2. The runner's going. And a good play made at third base by D'Ambrosio to prevent that one from sailing into the outfield. That could have been trouble. But Zuckerin will make it to third base safely. Lum bats with 2 outs in the inning. The count is 2-0. He has reached base twice, a hit by pitch and a walk. Here's another one outside, so the count 3-0. Lum is 1 ball away from reaching base for the 3rd time in this game. The 3-0 is away for ball 4, so Lum is aboard. Lum has been on base 3 times, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. So now Grant Yamamoto will bat with 2 down and 2 on. So Yamamoto will see what he can make happen now. 1 run has scored, and the runner's going. The runner's going, and the ball gets away from him. It's a balk. Everybody moves up. It's a balk that will bring in a run. So Zuckerin crosses, makes it a 2-0 lead. That was one that I think they'd probably like back for Unionville, but it brings in a run. So everyone scoots up 1 spot. Lum from first to second, and then Zuckerin from third to the plate. But Zane just needs 1 more out, and will have to try to get his bats back up as they search for a run. In the later stages of this game, the first pitch is inside for ball 1 to Yamamoto. Yamamoto 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out and then had a sacrifice bunt. And the throw down to second. Everybody's safe. The 1-0 lifted foul towards the street. No, my goodness, it lands just in front of the lemonade stand set up across the street. They did get a souvenir, but that nearly landed right in the merchandise, but the count stays 1-1. So yeah, there's a lemonade stand set up in one of the front yards right across from us as Yamamoto sends another one towards the netting this way. We'll send Aaron Svetlin over there to try the lemonade and see if we could get that baseball back. As that landed right, there's 3 or 4 kids out there. It landed right on him. at the lemonade stand. But that's just a foul ball. 1-2 the count to Yamamoto, the left-handed batter. Here is the 1-2. Yamamoto knocks it foul down the third base line. The pitcher, Zane, gets set, brings the 1-2 towards the plate. That one goes to the backstop, giving Lum an opportunity to make it over to third base. So the situation now, 2 balls, 2 strikes, a runner at third. Yamamoto batting here. The 2-2. Yamamoto lifts it foul, curling towards the bullpen on the third base side, and the third baseman just out of his reach. Zane looking for one more strike with the count knotted up at 2-2. The pitch. Fly ball towards left field. The shortstop backs up. Zane makes the catch for out number 3. But Hawaii gets on the board, scoring twice as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. They lead 2-0. You're watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Athletic Performance Factory in Highland, Indiana, we push you to be bigger, faster, stronger, more explosive. Challenge every muscle with our cutting-edge sand speed and agility training. Build rock-solid strength and core stability to dominate on game day. Rent our full-size outdoor turf field for team workouts and practices. Improve your swing, boost your field skills, and protect your arm with expert one-on-one baseball and softball training built around you. We develop the entire athlete, mentally and physically. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
You ready? Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Your future starts
here!
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network. As we start the last of the 5th inning, it'll be Zane, D'Ambrosio, and Reese to bat here for Unionville as they have some work to do. Trailing by 2 runs in the last of the 5th inning. Rexon Zuckeran still pitching for Hawaii Kai. He's been tough to solve, so they'll have to try to get something working here in the 5th inning with 6 outs remaining after Hawaii Kai was able to score 2 runs in the top half of this inning. An RBI single from Zuckeran, and then a balk brought home Zuckeran. So Zuckeran had an RBI single to bring in Hanoahini, and then Zuckeran would score on a walk. So Joe Zane, who started the day on the mound, now takes over at the plate. Or started the day at short, takes over on the mound. He will bat at the plate here. As Zuckeran kicks, goes, delivers a fastball for strike 1. On the 0-1, chopped back to the mound, gets out of reach of Zuckeran. The shortstop Wong is there. He throws on the run for out number 1. Nicely handled by Wong. Sometimes when that pitcher goes for it, that could be a screen, disrupt your read on the ball, but he was able to follow it, got the glove there, and then threw over on the hop for the first out. So Luca D'Ambrosio will bat here. First pitch to D'Ambrosio is a fastball for a strike at the corner. The 0-1 pitch from Zuckeran. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So Zuckerin thrown 4 scoreless innings so far, has 1 out in the 5th. He has driven in a run and scored a run. He's been driving things for Hawaii Kai. The 0-2. A fastball knocked away foul, so the battle keeps going. Zuckerin's pitch count at 54, so he could conceivably still return to pitch the 6th if he gets through this inning, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. He braces himself for the 0-2 pitch. It's a fastball at the corner for strike 3. The strikeout is the 2nd out of the inning. 5 strikeouts on the day for Zuckerin. And Davis Reese will bat here. Reese bats with 2 away and nobody on, so he'll have to try to spark a rally for his squad. First pitch fouled away. Reese started the day in left field. I believe he's playing second now. So after fouling away the first pitch, he waits for the next delivery from Zuckerin. That's in the zone for a strike. So the count is 0-2. Zuckerin fires the 0-2 pitch. High and away for ball 1. Here's the 1-2. That's strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to complete a 1-2-3 inning. Unionville does not score. We will head to the 6th inning with Hawaii Kai leading 2-0. You are watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network as Zane continues to pitch for Unionville. He's back in. It'll be Wong, Pa'agale, and Yamada batting for Hawaii Kai, seeing if now in the top of the 6th inning, if they could add one more run to try to start the scoring, or try to continue the scoring. They lead 2-0. But have a chance to further distance themselves from Unionville, and certainly any extra help for Zuckerin would be appreciated. He's been pitching well, but if you could add to that cushion, that would be great. The first pitch to Wong is a strike. So Zane finds the outer third for strike 1 there. The 0-1. Bouncer towards third base. It breaks foul. So the count 0-2. Stick around after this game at the Major Field. We will have another ball game coming up in the 2 o'clock hour. That'll be, who will we have here? We'll have Curacao versus Mineral Area. So we'll get to see Curacao again. The 0-2 out of the windup from Zane. Sent right back to the pitcher. This ramps through the middle of the infield into center. It's a leadoff single for Wong. He's on board for the first time in this game.
Number 77, Tavian Agale.
So Tavian Agale will bat here. Agale, let's see, he reached base. He walked in the 4th inning, was left stranded at second as they will throw over to first base. But the leadoff man, Wong, is on base. See if he can come around to score. It's a 1-0 count to Agale here. The pitch finds the zone for strike 1. So 1-1 is the count. Here's a bouncer to third base. They throw to second and safe. The runner's safe. Wong will be safe at second. Agale reaches on the fielder's choice.
Now batting number 10, Tice Yamada.
Tice Yamada bats here with 2 on and nobody out. So what an opportunity it is for Hawaii Kai to try to get one more. Maybe a couple more runs. We'll see what they can do here. Here's a ground ball to second base. They turn to second. They'll get one out to first. And he's safe, but they get one of the runners. So that's an important first out to get. Wong scoots over to third base. But out at second is Agale. Yamada is safe at first. So now the batter will be Kaayo Kamai. And it's low for a ball, and the runner at first base will hustle over to second. So 2 in scoring position now with 1 away for Kamai, who crushed a double in the second inning. Zane steps and throws over to third base, but diving back in time is Wong. The 1-0. Chopped foul by Kamai, so the count now 1-1. But Kamai, we see if he can lay into one, can really take it for a ride. But the count even at 1 apiece. The 1-1. Taken for a ball. So the count advanced 2 balls and a strike. And a balk will bring in Wong to score. It makes it a 3-0 lead. So maybe not how they anticipated adding an extra run, but Hawaii Kai gets one more. Wong in to score. Yamada goes to third base. So the Balks have contributed to 2 runs As here's one off the end of the bat towards shortstop. Zane angles over, gets to it, loads up, throws across the diamond. It brings in Yamada to score. So Yamada scores. It's now a 4-0 lead for Hawaii Kai. Kamai is on base. And now the batter, Micah Hanawahini. So Hanawahini batting here with 1 out and a runner at first base. His team has added 2 in this inning. The pitch from Zane is in the zone for strike 1. The 0-1 will be a throw towards first base. Now the 0-1 pitch from Zane. Foul ball just above the dugout, makes it an 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes. Zane pitching to Hanawahini. So Zane once again checks up on the runner at first base. The 0-2. Liner into center field. And Hanawahine is aboard for the 3rd time in this game. A walk, a double, and a single. Keeps the line moving for Hawaii Kai. Kamai goes over to second base. And Zuckerin will be the batter now. Zuckerin had an RBI single in his last at-bat. He's got a chance here to add to the lead and help out his case with his team up 4-0, but he has 2 friends on base and only 1 out. Zuckerin, the left-handed hitting pitcher. As that one gets away, and both base runners will head forward, moving up 1 spot each. So runners at second and third. And there's a strike. The count goes 1-1. Ball and a strike to Zuckerin. There's another strike, so 1-2. Zuckerin down to his last strike. With only 1 out in the inning. This is a big at-bat for Zane on the mound. The 1-2 pitch. Zuckerin lays into it, drives it towards center field, and this one is long gone. Ruxin Zuckerin with a 3-run blast makes it a 7-0 lead for Hawaii Kai. Zuckerin has been having himself a ball game both at the mound and at the plate. Took a big swing there for a 3-run blast. He now has 4 RBIs in the game and has scored 2 runs. And we'll see a new batter in. It'll be Va'a Stanley batting for Torres. So Stanley bats here with 1 away and nobody on. So Stanley will take over for Torres batting here. And what a swing that was for Zuckerin, just clobbering it towards right center over the wall. Zuckerin has thrown 5 scoreless innings and now driven in 4 runs in the game. Certainly talk about making your presence felt in a game. That's what Zuckerin has done. The 1-0. Bounced foul down the first baseline, close to the line, but it breaks foul. What a swing that was. That's one of the biggest drives we've seen this week from Zuckerin. The 1-1 towards the mound. Zane gets to it, throws to first. There's out number 2. So Stanley grounds out to the pitcher. And the batter will be Breeze Akiu. Akiu bats here with 2 out, nobody on base. Akiu, 10th batter in the lineup, so the top of the order on deck. But now, time being called by the first base umpire. There was a bat there as it has to be taken out of the way. So now we see Brees Akiu, who is 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts, both to the left side of the infield. First pitch to Akiu. He knocks it foul. So the count 0-1. So 1-1 the count. Now we go to 1-2, so Hawaii Kai down to their last strike in this inning. On the 1-2. Here's one knocked towards third base, and it will allow Akiu to reach. So he is able to earn his way on first time today for Akiu. The top of the order, Tiago Lum up to bat here. Lum will bat. So Lum, he has walked twice. He was hit by a pitch. He's been aboard 3 times. We'll see what he could do here with 2 outs and a runner on base. Fastball high for ball 1. On the 1-0, outside, makes it a 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch. Skip towards the mound, and Zane recovers, throws to first base for out number 3, but Hawaii Kai adds 5 in the inning, including a 3-run shot from Zuckerin. We will head to the 6th inning, 3 outs to go. Stick around here watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Located just 1 block north of the square in Crown Point and just 1 minute from Jerry Ross Park, Station 21 American Grill is one of the city's most popular eateries. Station 21 offers a full menu from steaks and seafood to burgers and wings. While in town for the Cal Ripken World Series, stop in and enjoy comfortable dining while watching a game on one of the 28 big screen TVs. Check out the menu at station21.com. Station 21 American Grill. Eat, drink, and relax.
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town as we start the 6th inning here. Hawaii Kai with a 7-0 lead over Unionville. As it was a close game, but then Hawaii Kai able to break things open in the top half of the 6th inning. They will have a new pitcher in, so that will be, it looks like number 23, Grant Yamamoto. Yamamoto takes over on the mound, so we'll tally up some stats for Zuckerin as he went 5 innings pitch. But so, Zuckerin, let's see, he had 5 strikeouts to speak of. Let's see if I count up the hits. Looks like just 3 hits against no runs. And walks, looking for walks. I believe there was not a walk in this game. Yeah, the only 3 base runners have been on hits, it would seem. So no walks and 5 scoreless innings for Zuckerin. The first pitch is a ball to Will Cloud. So what a day at the office it has been for Zuckerin. A home run, 4 RBIs, as here's a ground ball at third base. It's fair. The throw across the diamond in time for the first out. So 1 down, 2 to go, as Unionville looking to try to get on the board here. So Yamamoto pitching. Henry Dye will bat here. So Dye bats for Unionville. Dye bats in place of Stewart. So Henry Dye, we saw him pitch a little bit yesterday. Now he will bat. He bats left-handed. Here's one in the air to third, but the catch will be made by Paagale for out number 2. So he flies out to third base, and now it'll be up to Oliver Majarian to bat here with 2 down, nobody on. His team down. Or this will be Sebastian Busum. So Sebastian Busum will bat with 2 out and nobody on base. Pitch is low for a ball. So ball 1 in the count. The 1-0. Cued towards shortstop, deep in the hole for Wong, and he will not make a throw. So Wong was able to get to it, but Busum is aboard with a single. That would have been a tough one, even if he made the throw. I don't know if that throw would have beat him there, as that was so deep down the middle of the infield. So Busum able to beat it out for a single. Now Dylan Brocate will bat. Brocate bats, and time is called. Time called. Brocate looking for something from the third base coach. Goes through the signs again, seeing what he wants to do here, but a good hit with 2 outs by Busum to get aboard. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Yamamoto takes over for Zuckerin, who threw very well. Now the throw back. It's runner safe. The 0-1 bounces in for a ball that will allow Busum to scamper over to second base. So he moves into scoring position, trying to see if he can get past third and come in to score. The 1-1. Off the end of the bat towards Paagale at third base. He pumps, throws to first. That will do it. Hawaii Kai defeats Unionville 7-0 in a well-pitched game. The ground out ends it. It was a well-thrown game by Zuckerin, and he certainly got things done with the bat as well, but it was a group effort. Several players collecting hits for Hawaii Kai, and then Unionville. It was a well-pitched game by Zane as well, but they fall just a little bit short. Hawaii Kai improves to 3-0 on the tournament, and Unionville falls to 0-3 as we will tally up the stats and take a quick break. On the other side, we'll hand out the post-game accolades, so stick around. You're watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Strack and Van Til for the win with 4 ways to save. Catch price drops on over 15,000 items and check the weekly ad for can't miss deals. Stack on the rewards program for digital coupons, points toward discounts and free products, and power up with our own brands. Keep your budget in the safety zone. Get the same great taste as national labels at lower prices. If you can't taste the difference, why pay the difference? Score big value with 4 ways to save at Strack and Van Til.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, where Hawaii Kai defeats Unionville 7-0. Now it's time for us to hand out our post-game awards, starting with the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies, proud to recognize the superheroes on the diamond. We will go with, from Hawaii Kai, Rexum Zukeran, the starting pitcher, who threw 5 scoreless innings, struck out 5 on the mound. At the plate, he had an RBI single, scored on a run in the 5th inning, and then had a 3-run blast in the 6th inning. So count them, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and 5 shutout innings, a big reason why his team got the win. Now it's time to name the blue-collar player of the game, presented by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. The blue-collar player of the game was from Unionville. It was Patrick Zane. His counterpart, the other starting pitcher, he threw 4 innings of 1-run ball, striking out 3, and had some good plays defensively at short. So that was our blue-collar player of the game tonight. Now it's time to name the proud-to-be Union play of the game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Go to ironworkers395.com to start your future as a Union Ironworker. Tonight's Ironworkers 395 play of the game was winding it back to that Rexon Zukeran home run. He got all of that one, sent it for a ride into right center field, and that really changed the game with that blast. That was tonight's Ironworkers 395 play of the game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395 Union Strong. Time to start thanking everybody involved with this afternoon's broadcast, to our management team at Region Sports, executive producer Chris Ramirez, operations manager Rich Castillo, and sports director Mike Dewan. To our broadcast crew, our producer Clint Klaus, doing a great job running the show here. Aaron Svetlin handling all of the camera duties, and to the coaches from each side, Garrett Yamamoto from Hawaii Kai and Jeffrey Dye from Unionville. And to the viewers at RegionSports.com, YouTube/Region Sports, Facebook/Region Sports. This is Leo Stauder thanking you for watching the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports.